In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys 3 of the biggest green window and best green big man jump shots in NBA 2K22 next gen and current gen. Before I do hop into things though, please do me a favor, like and subscribe. I mean, it costs you guys nothing, but helps me out a ton, so please at least drop me a like. The reason why I feel the need to give you guys 3 different jump shots is to give you guys options, since one jump shot obviously doesn't work for everyone. I'll start with faster jump shots and then gradually move on to slower jump shots. And starting things off on current gen, if you want a fast big man jump shot, I would recommend using base 25 with the release 1 Allen and release 2 Burke with 70-30 bunding. This jump shot works for all builds, even with the restricted jump shot bases. It's pretty fast and pretty easy to get off. And it's going to be an amazing jump shot both off the catch and off the dribble. As I said, the jump shot works for all builds, and it's also super smooth and super easy to green since it has such a big green window. Additionally, this jump shot's great for low 3-point builds. The reason being, if timed correctly, this jump shot gives a pretty big boost, which means as long as you're timing your jump shot, you're going to be chilling. Also, additionally, this boost means you're going to be getting less full bars. Now moving on to the cue of this jump shot. If you don't know what a cue is, it pretty much is something that indicates to you when to release square, so that way you can time your jump shot correctly. And for the cue of this jump shot, it's pretty much all in the arms. What you're going to want to do is wait for the arms to start moving towards the basket and then release square. So once they begin to extend outwards, you're going to want to release square like right here. If you're on next gen and you want a fast big man jump shot, then I would recommend using base 3, release 1 126, and release 2 Kobe with 40-60 bunding. This is actually a jump shot that got recommended to me from a subscriber. It's a pretty fast jump shot, around the same speed as base 25. And although it's not the smoothest jump shot in the world, it's definitely still very easy to green, especially since it has a pretty big green window. It's good off the catch and also really good off the dribble, even though I know most of you guys probably don't dribble on a big man build. A couple things I noticed about this jump shot when I'm using it on my big man is that this jump shot's actually really good if you're tired or if you're shooting from deep, which is of course 2 very helpful things. Next, moving on to the cue of this jump shot. It's pretty similar to the previous jumper. What you're going to want to do is start by looking at either of your player's arms, and then once they begin to accelerate towards the basket, you're pretty much going to want to release square like right here. Basically, this cue is just the exact same thing as the previous jump shot, but on this jump shot, your player's arms snap much more violently. Now moving on to a slightly slower or medium speed jump shot on current gen. This is going to be base set shot 6 with release 1 156 and release 2 62 and 30-70 bunding. The jump shot still is a pretty decent speed. This is a very good jump shot if you don't like super fast jump shots. Also, it still has a massive green window, making it very easy to green. And additionally, it works from all places on the floor and it's going to be good with or without meter. Also, just like the first current gen jump shot, this is going to be an amazing jump shot for low 3-point builds, since it gives a giant boost when timed correctly. All around, this is a very versatile jump shot that I think will work well for a lot of different people. So next, on to the cue of this jumper. It's going to be pretty similar to the previous jump shot. The biggest difference is you're going to want to look at the ball instead of your player's arms. And then when you see the ball start to move or accelerate towards the basket, you're going to want to release square. So pretty much just like right here. If you're on next gen and you want a medium speed jump shot, then what I'd recommend using is base Malone, release 1 13, and release 2 Cat with 65-35 bunding and max speed. This is just a great all-around jump shot with average speed. It's going to be amazing off the catch, and it's also super hard to contest for some reason. It also has a massive green window and is super easy to green consistently. I would say probably the 2 biggest strengths of this jump shot is its ability to green in the corners and its ability to be green even with high delay. I recently began running this as my main jump shot whenever I play on East servers, since after all, as I said, it's super good on delay. And for some reason, this jump shot's just absolutely money from the corners, which is perfect if you ever have a guard that wants to ISO. So next, moving on to the cue of this jump shot. When using this jump shot, your player's wrist snaps pretty violently. So what I've been using as my cue is waiting until I see my player's wrist snap. And then once it does snap, I go ahead and release square like right here. Okay, so now finally moving on to the last 2 jump shots. These 2 jump shots are going to be some jumpers kind of on the slower end. Starting things off on current gen, I recommend using base 107, release 1 161, and release 2 Paul George with 45-55 bunding. Honestly, this isn't really that slow of a jump shot. It's definitely on the slower side, but it's by no means too slow. It's still super smooth and still super easy to green, and as well it has a massive green window which only makes it easier to green. This is going to be an amazing jump shot both off the catch and off the dribble, and furthermore is a pretty difficult jump shot to contest and block, which honestly kind of makes up for the fact that this jumper is kind of slow. And plus, this is going to be a great jump shot from everywhere on the floor. Next, for the cue of this jump shot. What you're going to want to do for this cue is start by looking at the ball. And for this jump shot, you're going to want to wait until the ball starts moving upwards or starts to elevate. So once it does begin its upward motion, you're going to want to release square like right here. On next gen, if you're looking for a jump shot that's slightly on the slower side, I'd recommend using base 38, release 1, 35% 99, and release 2, 65% Rudy. This jumper is on the slower side of jump shots, but just like the previous jumper on current gen, it isn't that slow. Honestly, if you go any slower than this jump shot, you just will not be able to shoot at all. This is also a super smooth jump shot that's super easy to green with a massive green window. Additionally, this jumper is also very simple and all around a great beginner's big man jump shot. Now on to the cue of this base 38 jump shot. The cue is going to be very similar to some of the previous jump shots. Essentially, what you're going to want to do is start by looking at the ball. You'll see the ball kind of come up and next to your player's forehead and then move towards the basket. Once it does begin to move towards the basket, you're going to want to release square like right here. So in total, I just gave you guys 6 big man jump shots, and I hope at least one of those jump shots do help you guys out. If you did make it this far into the video, please like and subscribe. There's a gameplay video, a dribble tutorial, and the best animations on the screen right now. Like, comment, subscribe, go follow me on Twitter, and I'm out. Peace.